Bruce Lee believed that victory or defeat was already decided not by strength, speed, or skill but by something far more powerful, the mind. To Bruce, fighting wasn't just about technique. It was about the internal war that happens inside every fighter before they ever step into the ring, the mat, or the street. He famously said defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. This philosophy shaped everything Bruce Lee did, from his training methods to his fighting strategies and even his daily life. He believed that most fighters lost long before the fight actually started because they doubted themselves, feared failure, or couldn't control their own thoughts. To him, the greatest opponent wasn't another person, it was your own mind. In this video we'll dive deep into Bruce Lee mindset and explore why he believed most fighters were already defeated mentally before the fight even began. We'll uncover how his mental training made him unstoppable, how he mastered fear, and how he turned psychology into his greatest weapon. By the end you'll understand why Bruce Lee's real power didn't come from his muscles, it came from his mind. The mind before the body. Bruce Lee once said the body follows the mind. In simple terms, he meant that the physical part of fighting is only as effective as the mind controlling it. You could have the fastest kicks, the strongest punches, and the best footwork, but if your mind hesitates, if it doubts, if it fears, your body becomes weak. When Bruce trained, he wasn't just building physical strength, he was conditioning his mind to react without fear or hesitation. He practiced calmness under pressure, focus under chaos, and confidence under threat. For him, the mind was the engine and the body was simply the vehicle. Most fighters, according to Bruce, failed to understand this balance. They obsessed over muscle power and flashy moves but neglected the silent training of the mind. They let fear, ego, or nervousness take over. Bruce saw this again and again, even among great martial artists. He would watch fighters who looked unstoppable in training completely crumble when facing a real opponent, not because they weren't skilled enough but because mentally they had already surrendered. To Bruce, this mental collapse was the real defeat. The physical knockout was only the final confirmation of what had already happened inside the fighter mind. Fear, the hidden enemy. Fear is the silent destroyer of every fighter. It's the whisper that says, what if I lose? What if I'm not good enough? What if he's stronger? Bruce Lee understood fear intimately. He never denied it. In fact, he faced it head on. He said, to fear is one thing. To let fear possess you is another. In his philosophy, fear was not something to suppress, it was something to understand. Bruce believed that when you truly acknowledge fear, you take away its control. He trained his mind to observe fear like an outsider, to recognize it, analyze it.